Want to have your clip featured in the Skyrim Clip of the Week? Simply record the clip on your Xbox and then send it to me via message. My gamertag is iRyanI, that's IRYENI, and then you can message it to me over Xbox and I'll be able to view it. I look forward to seeing the clips that you guys send me. Now moving on to the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Monday. We're on week number 271 now, guys. I've picked out 5 new mods for you guys to check out, and perhaps add them to your load order if you find them interesting. But like always, before we jump into them, I want to remind you guys that I'm partnered with GamerSupps, which in my opinion is the best energy drink on the market, so if that sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to check out the link in the description where you can go to their store page, and you can also use the code RTD for a 10% discount on all your purchases. I also want to say, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any brand new mods each and every single week. Now that all that's out of the way, we can jump into this week's mods, and starting us off we have a simple animation mod called Goetia Animated Staves, the left-hand alternate movement mod. Now the mod page reads that this makes you hold your left-handed staff in an upright position and use it as a walking stick as you walk. This is an add-on for the Goetia Enchanted Staves mod, or the Cirillo all-in-one port, which we actually covered last week. It's great for role-playing as an old wizard, and it replaces the following animations for the left-handed enchanted staves. There's idle, equip, walking and running, turning, and magical releases. When it comes to adding it to your load order, you can place this below Goetia Staves, or a bundle containing that mod, like the mod we covered last week, which is Cirillo Animations. This is a pure animation replacer, so it just basically gives you the effect of walking with a walking stick or walking with your cane. I really think it fits mage characters a lot better than the original staff animations. And although a very simple mod that just changes a few animations, I think it really does the trick in actually having animations for a pure mage character. And that's definitely why this mod's featured here to number 5 spot this week, so I'd recommend downloading it and adding it to your next mage character so you can have the true animations of a wizard. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have an update to a mod that I've covered in some previous load orders that transforms all the eyes in Skyrim. This is that mod, but also has some other mods tacked onto it, and has just really received a lot of updates since we last covered it, and I wanted to re-bring it into the limelight. This is the Eyes of Beauty all-in-one, and it's your favorite eye mod from Skyrim Legacy Edition, now in high definition. The total eyes that they add within this mod is 259, and the big update that they just released is the NPC update. So not only is it eyes on the characters that you create, but now all the characters that you see all throughout Skyrim will have different and more high definition eye textures. And the mod page reads here that they really liked the original mod, and for many of us it was one of the first things we installed for our character, but in this day and age of HD everything, they wanted to try and improve upon them. So with his love for high resolution textures, they started experimenting with various methods to get the best results. And well, here they are. Once you create your character, you'll have a choice of over 200 options that gives you tons of different colors or combinations of colors, and although it is pretty high on memory space, at least for this all-in-one version at 67.06 megabytes, there's also 2 other mods that you can get if you're running low on space. There's the Eyes of Beauty Standalone 1K, as well as the Eyes of Beauty Standalone 512. Now this is an absolute favorite mod among the community and has been a staple in many people's load orders since modding began. And the mod author is so excited to be able to share this version with you, and since this mod has its textures not only perfectly safe to use with your favorite NPC overhaul, you could just place that mod below that in your load order. So you would place it below any other type of NPC mod that you would have in your list, and it'll just override it and it'll be all good. For example, the NPC overhaul that I'm using in this video is called Lean Skyrim NPC Overhaul. It's the one I've been using for pretty much years now, and the fact that it works perfectly with this and just brings new eye textures that are nice and remastered and have high definition textures, I think that's just the icing on the cake whenever it comes to upgrading all the NPCs in your game. And that's definitely why this mod's featured here to number 4 spot this week, so I'd recommend downloading the Eyes of Beauty all-in-one and adding it to your next load order for yourself. Coming in at the number 3 spot this week, we have a brand new badass armor set and weapon to use. This is the Volkihar Gardener Armor and Sword mod. The mod page reads, this mod is a standalone 4-piece heavy armor set, enemy NPC, conjuration spell, and two-handed weapon in Skyrim. Go to Volkihar Castle Courtyard and kill the enemy there to get all of the items, and the armor has weapon stats identical to Daedric, as well as the armor and weapon being able to be tempered with the Daedric smithing perk. It also has the vanilla male weight slider support, and once you take the armor within the castle courtyard after this little boss fight, you get your hands on this brand new unique armor set, and I really like the looks of it. I mean, just look at this. You also get a conjuration spell that you can just, summon up the armor set, and it's just a follower that follows you around for 300 seconds, and he'll kill anyone in his path because, of course, this armor set is Daedric, and the weapon has Daedric stats as well, so you're definitely not going to want to mess with the Volkihar Gardener. And I also want to add that this is one of the most unique armor sets that I've seen in quite some time. We've covered armor mods all throughout the channel's history here, so if you're looking for a brand new armor set or weapon to find all throughout your travel in Skyrim, or maybe you're just looking to build the biggest armory with the most unique armors out there, then the Volkihar Gardener Armor and Sword is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out, so go download it and add it to your character for yourself. Coming in at the number 2 spot this week, we have a brand new beautiful castle player home called Sapphire Castle. The mod page reads, have you ever wanted to live in a castle? Well, finally you can. This mod features the following. You have an exterior pool and crafting station, a main entrance with a library, lounge, and forge, a private valley, a master bedroom, the royal chambers with 20 rooms for followers, a royal kitchen with interior and exterior lounge, an armory with enough storage for all of your gear, a castle vault with a display room for all of your artifacts that you find all throughout the game, as well as some lower chambers and some basement beds for followers. And how we get access to this castle player home is simple. The key is found outside the castle next to the forge inside of the small strongbox chest beside the fire. The home is free because it's meant to grow along your journey as you collect new and powerful artifacts. Now normally in these reviews, whenever we cover a house mod that's just given to us from the get-go, I normally say things along the line of I wish I could pay for it, I wish there was a quest to obtain it, that type of stuff, but I actually think it's pretty fine here because once you actually see the artifact and treasure room inside of this castle, you'll truly understand that this was meant to be kind of a time capsule for your character in a way. There's so many different places to display everything that you find all throughout the game. There's also a lot of open space so you can add your own decoration and customizable touch to it. So if you're looking for a brand new beautiful player home and you're thinking you want to live in a castle in this playthrough, then Sapphire Castle is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out because like I said, the entire house mod is beautiful in its own right, but I also like the fact that, you have a big artifact room where you can keep track of your progress throughout your character and all the quests and rewards you've received. And that's definitely why this mod's featured here to number 2 spot this week, so I'd recommend downloading the Sapphire Castle player home and becoming its proud new owner. Coming in at the number 1 spot this week, we have a brand new all-in-one overhaul to every single area within the Rift. This is the Kingdom of the Rift mod, and it overhauls and adds 12 locations to the Rift, either adding whole new towns and hamlets, or expanding small locations into proper towns. It comes with a few new quests or spicing up locations to make the quest feel more important. This all-in-one includes the Hamlets of the Rift mod, Thaindom of Thornmarch, Dungate, Treva's Watch, Heartwood, Shorestone, and Iverstead. Now I'm extremely impressed that they were able to change all of these locations into fantastic looking towns that actually have new NPCs, new roles that people do in those cities, and they actually feel alive, as opposed to the original game when you'd stumble across Heartwood and just see 2 people living out in the middle of nowhere. This mod tends to make more sense of the Rift, and add more people to it as well, and just populate it in a way so that it feels like a more real location. The fact that they did all this within 22.96 megabytes is extremely impressive to me just because of how much is offered within this mod. So let's do a brief little tour of the new locations added or the places that have been spruced up within the Rift so that you guys can see them for yourself. Now, as you can see, there's tons of new unique additions and upgrades to these small little settlements all throughout the Rift of Skyrim. You know, Treva's Watch, Heartwood, Shorestone, Iverstead, all of these towns look brand new and remastered and just have tons of new NPCs to interact with, new quests to do as well. And the mod author does also say that this is an all-in-one mod for the mods that he'll be doing for the Rift in Skyrim. And that as of now, Eastern Skyrim is completed. So does that mean we're going to be seeing kingdoms of other places and you're going to be sprucing up different places in Skyrim? I'm very excited to see what the mod author has in the future for us, because these are very brilliant and I can't wait to see what he moves on to if he's editing other areas in Skyrim. So if you spend a lot of time in the Rift, maybe your house is at Honeyside and Riften, or maybe you just plan on spending a lot of time down there in your next playthrough, I'd truly recommend sprucing up the Rift with the Kingdom of the Rift mod and adding it to your next load order as well. I don't think you'll regret it, because this truly makes the Rift of Skyrim feel a lot more alive, and there's so many new people to talk to, new quests to do, and just interactions to have, and that's definitely why this mod's featured here at a #1 spot this week. So go download it and experience these brand new Rift upgrades for yourself. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for mods you'd like me to cover in future top 5 mod episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or you can join our Discord. I'll be sure to leave the Discord link in the description as well as the pinned comment, so you can join us on there and leave mod suggestions there as well. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys later.